This is one of the first things that we need to talk about today. Twitch, earlier today, this morning, updated their sexual content policy. This is 2 days after they also updated their sexual content policy. Two days ago, they said that they were going to allow, quote, artistic nudity. What immediately followed was people were quite literally drawing hentai. They were drawing sexual animated images, hentai, and a lot of it was, you had some very young looking hentai anime characters being drawn on Twitch. It was pretty bad. It was pretty upsetting. It was pretty bad. And so it got pretty bad. And so it seems like Twitch is walking this policy back. I want to go ahead and read their statement about this here. On Wednesday, today is Friday, but yeah, 2 days ago. Okay. On Wednesday, we updated our sexual content policy, and this is from Dan Clancy, who is the CEO of Twitch at the moment. Our primary goal in making these updates was to make our guidelines easier to understand and enforce. Part of this update included changes to how we treat fictionalized nudity. For years, through user voice and in conversations, we heard from artists that our content policies were limiting. Certain things should be limited, by the way. That's my opinion, at least. In making this update, we were trying to be responsive to these requests and allow the thriving artist community on Twitch to utilize the human form in their art. Okay, so by the way, once again, for the last 2 days, you have had people quite literally drawing. I want you to close your eyes and imagine a buff, muscular werewolf with an 18-inch horse cock, veiny. That is the type of things that were being drawn on Twitch for about 2 days. And so, yeah, they were utilizing the human form in their art. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. So, some parts more than others. First, we want to make clear that some streamers, in response to this update, created content that was in violation of our new policy. We've worked quickly to remove that content and issue channel enforcements. Some people have been banned for that type of content. There also was a great deal of new content that was allowed under the updated policy. Much of the content created has been met with community concern. These are concerns we share. Upon reflection, we have decided that we went too far with this change. Digital depictions of nudity present a unique challenge. AI, artificial intelligence, can be used to create realistic images, and it can be hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. This is one of the concerns. You also had creators in the art section that were using AI to make photorealistic, nude sexual depictions of people, or it's pretty much what was going on, right? And they can say, oh, well, it's art because it's not a real image. It's AI generated, but it is, because it's AI generated, it is effectively photorealistic. And it's, you can't really even tell the difference these days with how advanced AI art is. So effective today, we are rolling back the artistic nudity changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional nudity won't be allowed on Twitch regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature-rated games. You can so you can still play games where there's nudity, like cutscene and nudity and cutscenes, like in The Witcher or something like that. Okay, that still is good to go. You just can't draw graphic sexual hentai anymore. You can find emote-specific standards for nudity and sexual content in the emote guidelines. We aren't making other changes to the updated sexual content policy. We are in the process of pushing out updates to our community guidelines that reflect this change. It'll take a few days for both this blog and for the new community guidelines to be translated. While I wish we would have predicted this outcome, part of our job is to make adjustments that serve the community. I apologize for the confusion that this update. I'm going to go on the record and give my take here. People say that the slippery slope fallacy is, in fact, fallacious, but slippery slope is only fallacious, in fact, if event A does not causally lead to event B. If event A does causally lead to event B, then the slippery slope is, in fact, not a fallacy, and it is actually a slippery slope. So in this case, you had event A was Twitch said, you're able to have artistic nudity on the platform. Within 1 hour, you had people that were drawing underage hentai pornographic content depicting minors in nude sexual imagery. You also had people, like I said, drawing furry hentai art with aroused sexual organs and things like that on Twitch in the art section. So if you were someone that was browsing the art section over the last 2 days, and maybe you're thinking, man, I'm gonna check out the art section. Maybe someone is doing woodworking. Maybe someone is making a stained glass windows. Maybe someone is painting, like Bob Ross painting a nice vista with a canvas and a paintbrush. I'm going to click on the art section. Oh, wow. This is hentai underage pornographic content. Oh, wow. This is an 18-inch horse cock attached to a naked gay furry werewolf. Oh, wow. That's not exactly what I was expecting. That was experience. That's what it was. And so I'm not sure this slippery slope here was fallacious. It seems like this one thing led to another. And so what I would speculate is the reason why Twitch had to act so fast here. Within 2 days, they've completely gone back on everything they said. I would guess that advertisers did not want their advertisements on Twitch being placed next to underage hentai. That's my guess. I bet that they had advertisers say, hey, what in the hell is going on here? We are not going to have advertisements playing alongside depictions of underage people in sexually compromised positions nude on Twitch in the art section. We're not going to do that. This is good. They got rid of this. This is very good. What's actually astounding is that there were some people prior to Twitch going back on this and releasing this announcement for the last 2 days. You had people that were saying, yeah, this is good. This type of content should be on Twitch. This type of stuff should be allowed on Twitch. You know, this is freedom of expression. It's their right. It's not hurting anyone to draw these images or have these type of images on the platform. I disagree. It was not good. It was very not good, and I'm very happy to see that Twitch has gone back on this. So good. This is, as far as I'm concerned, good job. Go back on this. Maybe you can give Twitch the benefit of the doubt, and you can say, yeah, maybe they were not able to predict that they would have sexually perverse content of that degree on the platform that fast. Maybe they were not able to predict that. Okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, the second they did see it, they shut it down. Good. Okay, so that is the state of sexual content on Twitch. There's that. I think they have made the good decision now. I think they've made a good decision.